Good afternoon. It's one of those days where the sun's with us 1 minute and gone the next. Here it comes. See how long it lasts. So, what shall we talk about today? Let's start as usual. Feet on the ground. Listen and look. When we come into the presence like this, it's really natural to be quiet, isn't it? Not to talk, in fact. How strange. Does that mean talking is unnatural? Now there's a question, isn't there? Some of it certainly does seem pretty unnatural, doesn't it? Especially in a setting like this. And that leads me to really consider questions. Some questions are really a little more than curiosity, with almost no relevance to being present. Just questions like, what's the highest mountain in the world, or something like that? What's the name of the Prime Minister? Completely unrelated to being present. Other questions are more directly related to being present. Or though, perhaps if we're really present, there are almost no questions at all, are there? Because even questions like, how do I deal with my thoughts, are somehow answered by being present. Because when the body and mind are quiet like this, or the body is still, quiet, and the mind is attentive to what is present, then what attention is left for the discursive mind? And if we don't give attention to random thoughts, then what happens to them? They just die down, don't they? They're not there. So simple, isn't it? Well, obviously, just coming back into the more sort of ordinary world of not being present. In other words, of being absent, where most of us live for most of the time. We can more or less divide questions into those which are really just completely unrelated curiosity, and those which at least have some relation to what we call spiritual work, which really is just coming into the present. And as I look through the comments on that you kindly send in for these videos, some are really, well, are more significant than others, let's put it that way. But time and again, I sort of seek to remind you that the simple process of just being present really provides the answer to almost everything. For example, somebody asks, do I believe in God? Well, if you're present in a place like this and feel the invisible presence, what's the answer? I don't need to believe in God. It's a matter of common experience. The invisible presence. What's God if not that? Or rather this, because it's so evidently present. Listen, far away over the hills there's a sound of traffic. Isn't that contained within this abiding presence? What is not contained? The whole world's anxiety about coronavirus is contained in this total, reassuring, all-merciful peace of presence. Other people ask me, do I believe in the supernatural? Well, what could be more natural than the supernatural? In other words, here I am surrounded by the beauties of a visible creation, of a visible nature, and yet it's hard really to say which is more obvious, the visible or the invisible, because the invisible is also so evident. One of the sure ways we will not find it is if we spend our time talking. That's why one of the most important steps on anybody that's interested in finding God, setting foot on the spiritual way, is to learn just to stop talking and listen. Because God is very close. God can't be any closer than right where we and you are right now. Wherever that may be, quite independent of outer circumstances. So there we are, my dears. Instead of asking someone like me these questions, much, much better find out for yourself. Just try to do what I say. Feet on the ground, look around you. If you're confined to a room at this time, look out of the window. Look at the sky, if you can get a glimpse of it. And feel the greatness of the sky in proportion to the smallness of the human world. And just let that natural instruction inform you. All the little details of eating and sleeping and how do I become more spiritual, well, they're all really peripheral, aren't they, compared to the reality of this direct experience. And you know, when you find this presence, what holds us to it is because it's attractive. It's lovely. It's preferable. It's really the best place we can be. And there's nothing. All the advertisements, clamouring for attention, do this, do that. Once you find this presence, they all just become like baubles, like children's toys, like just sort of, like little things that children play with in the bath. And really these details of what you eat or what you wear and how you sing, all these just melt away also. Well, if you find it difficult to come to presence, just remember what I often say, ask yourself what you really want in life. Really, really want. And just follow that. And by a long, long process, which may be many years, and much pain maybe, you will find by elimination of what doesn't work, you will come finally to what does. Through the failures, we find what doesn't fail. Through the transitory, we find the everlasting. Through all the duality, the this and that, the either or, the alternatives, the choices of life, we come to this, where we just rest in peace and completeness, because it is complete. It's home and peace and beautiful. And it's all our dreams come true and all we've ever longed for. And it's always here and now. God bless you, dears. Until tomorrow.